Live from the front lines, welcome to Stats Chat, hosted by Brad Zinda and Kalen Sigecan. This is where strategy meets straight talk. It's bold ideas, real growth, and whatever else hits the mic. This is Stats Chat.
Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode of what I believe is going to be one of the most incredible podcasts you've ever been a part of. I've got my good buddy Kalen Sigecan here. And Kalen, I just wanted to ask you real quick. Not only are we going to be all over Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon. I mean, there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to bring to the industry, but Stats Chat, where did that name come from?
Stats Chat. Well, as many of our advisors know, over the years, we've developed a team name, Stats.
Oh, makes total sense.
Makes total sense. So a lot of our advisors out there, we've been working. I mean, you and I have been doing this 15 years here now, something like that.
Yeah.
And over the years, we developed a team name known as Stats, and that comes to myself and Brad and every other member of our team here at Gradient. So a lot of our advisors know us as Stats Chat, or Stats, shall I say. And when we were thinking about the name for this podcast and what we wanted to bring to our advisors out there, we thought, might as well go with Stats Chat. Kind of works out in my mind.
It really does, because we're going to be chatting a lot about different topics in the industry, matter of fact. But today is all about getting to know us a little bit. Okay. This is our first run at this podcast. And I can tell you right now, we are going to bring a lot to this. You are going to learn a lot of different things, but we figured before we get deep diving into all of the industry pieces that I believe will be helpful, we'll be sharing different things from advisors. We'll be throwing different nuggets out there, but more importantly, I think today is about getting to know us a little bit, our backgrounds. We spend a lot of time outside this building too.
We do.
And it's not just about coming to work, but we do love what we do. And, maybe I'll just let you take a run at how's the weekend? I know you're so busy. Tell everybody how busy your calendar looks.
Yeah, we kind of have a running joke from time to time that I pull up my calendar on my phone, and it's like the calendar, there's no white on it because it's filled with different colors, red and pink and green. So yeah, thanks for that, by the way, Brett. No, so little background on myself. I've been married 15 or so years to my beautiful wife Desiree. Shout out to her.
It is.
But also 4 kids at home. So my oldest daughter Tegan, she's 13. Leighton's 11. Lennon is 8 now, and then my youngest, I got a boy in the family. Actually, I got lucky on my last one. I do have a son named Holden. So I was actually talking this morning when I was presenting out there about kind of like what I go through and what the kids do actually, and how busy they keep us. So my 3 oldest girls are competitive dancers.
Oh, that doesn't keep you busy at all.
You thought hockey was bad, and you'll get to your kids here in a minute, but I can promise you, dance is not only a commitment of time, but a commitment of money. It's a time and money commitment. I can promise you that. Anyone listening here knows what I'm going through as a dance dad. And honestly, it's a whole world that I didn't even know existed, with competitions being there from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and practices until 10 p.m. I mean, you called me the other night. I was picking up a kid at 9:30 on a Wednesday night.
I could not believe that. Now, and how old is your kid that you were picking up?
I'm 13.
13 years old. You're dancing at almost 10 o'clock at night.
It's past my bedtime.
Interesting.
Yeah. I had to pick her up there. So yeah, at home, obviously, we're busy on the home front there. And to kind of to start off on the front there as well, the reason why we are doing this here is to add to what Brad was mentioning before, is every single day, Brad, myself, and all of our team members talk to advisors day in and day out. And what every advisor is kind of looking out there for is ideas, right? They want to know what other people are doing. They want to know what's working for other people, what's not working for other people. More importantly, they want to be a part of it. Okay. So that's kind of what we're hoping to bring to the table here. And these aren't going to be long hour shows you got to listen to. We'll be quick in and out, but we're going to provide value week in and week out. So that's my 2 cents on why we're doing this. Brad, back to you and your family.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Kalen. You're absolutely right. I think in 10 minutes, we can deliver enough value that, our advisors can take back into the industry and hopefully, it might work that week or might work the week after, but at some point in time, we hope that it actually adds value to their everyday practice. Not one thing works for everybody, but I think just having that extra knowledge in the industry can always help everybody. Yeah, I'll just give you a little background. I've been married for 26 years. Actually, I've been with my my lovely wife, Jay-Z, as we call her. Shout out to Jay-Z if we're doing shout outs. But she's been we've been in this together for 37 years, believe it or not. Can you believe?
God bless her soul.
We agreed that, everybody says that. I was 11. When's the last time you heard a story like that, right? I was a junior high sweetheart. Back when you used to pass notes under desk and you had to get around the gum that was stuck under there.
Yeah.
Well, if you got lucky, you had one that was still like available to stick to, and then you just rip it off. But anyway, she circled yes on one of them, and that's where it began. And what's interesting about this is, from time to time, you see people go through their ups and downs, but we've made it work. We built a foundation. And I think that's a word you're going to hear a lot within our stats chat. Yeah. Foundation. Seems like retirement's built around foundations and businesses. Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, houses. There's a lot going on with foundations out there. And so, anyway, she's been able to put up with me for 37 years. I'm going to try to keep it going. Feel like I'm doing the right thing. Yes, honey, is a good response.
Yeah, avoid the nose.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. And then we do have a couple of boys ourselves. I've got 2 sons, Hunter and Hudson, 23 and 21. So they keep us very busy. They were rock star hockey players growing up. So yeah, I'm not, the schedules are over for me. The rinks are done now. I was coaching a little bit, running some hockey programs, which is actually how I ended up at Gradient, to be honest with you. This is a big hockey world here at Gradient, and we meet a lot of really, really good people in our industry now that work with us. So kudos to Gradient and just finding the good people to work with. So we thank you for that. But more importantly, let's dive a little deep into what they can expect.
One thing I gotta say, I haven't told you yet here, and usually you know pretty much everything I'm doing. But so if you remember Wednesday nights, what if you were to guess what I was doing last night between 9:15 and 10:15, what would you think that would be?
Cooking dinner.
You forget what time of year it is. It's dance competition.
Oh, dance competition. Okay. So that
might have
means
been a bunch of guys in one room.
Oh my gosh. You are back at the dance dads.
So that's another thing that you guys hopefully don't have to hear too much about. But last night was our first night of dance dads. And if anyone listening might be like, oh, that's cute. You dance with your 3 daughters. And I wish I could say that was the case. It is, it's 50 sweaty old men dancing in a room. Oh. And last night was the first week of practice, and I can tell you we looked like it was the first week of practice.
Well, according to your kids last year, they put you in the back row because even after all the practices, they thought you were in your first week of practice.
Second row talent right here.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too. Then you got someone on your right and your left you can watch. It makes it a lot easier that way, to be honest. No, but yeah, that was last night. Usually you're aware of it, but I kept you unaware of it because the second I tell you about it, it's a topic of conversation for like 6 hours that afternoon. So, yeah, I've learned my lesson.
Is there a stop after dance? You guys maybe go find a
stop before
local watering hole that
before and after dance.
Okay, before and after. Oh,
before and after. So it starts at 9:15, but I'm out of the house around 7 and see you around midnight, honey.
Nothing wrong with getting a little loose before you go perform.
Exactly.
All right, I love that. Well. The one last thing I did want to bring up too is every week we're going to try to bring a couple challenges to the advisors to go out and do something different.
Right.
And I think that's what's going to be, they're going to want to hear these every week because they're different. They're outside the box. Most advisors think of all the activities that they are doing, whether it be that day, the week after, the month after. I mean, there are so many things that go on within the lives of financial advisors. And some of these are they're looked over. They forget maybe sometimes how important they could be to their business. Mm-hmm. And so I would love to end with those every week if we could, just 2 challenges that we throw out there. And let's put these guys and gals to work. I think there's a lot to be said about taking some of these on and stepping outside the box a little bit.
Love it. What do you got this week?
Well, this week, I just kind of wanted to talk about implementing a new client onboarding process to enhance the client experience. So think about what that could mean. A new client onboarding process. I don't know currently what every single advisor, their process looks like, but some of the things we see in the industry, they've been really good. I've been to many offices and seen those processes. And so being able to maybe enhance that client experience just a little bit, whether it's that white glove service or maybe it's that drink menu or something that client comes through the door and that instant feeling of, I need to do business with this advisor because I got that warm and fuzzy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to challenge them today to go through their process to make sure they are hitting on all cylinders, because Kalen, we know this. It's like anything. You come through the door, you get that warm and fuzzy right away. It's that trust you've built day one. And so that'll be my challenge to the advisors today.
Love that. And I'll actually piggyback on that, if you don't mind, Brad. So I've been in a lot of offices as well. And one thing that one of our advisors doing out of California, actually, after they become a client, he has a questionnaire for them, right? That outlines their hobbies, their interests, what they like, what they don't like to do. And not that, that you invite them to an event tomorrow, but what that helps do is to make sure that you don't invite someone who doesn't drink alcohol to a wine event, for example.
Makes total sense.
Or someone who, doesn't like to golf to a golf event, or someone that hates pickleball to a pickleball event, right?
Can you imagine if you invited somebody to a golf event and they don't even like, where's the tee box?
They'd look like you on the golf course.
Well, true. But I usually end up on the tee box because I've missed the ball, or it's ended up on another, there's a lot going on there anyway.
Sure. Yeah. So maybe, anyone that's listening to this here, give us a call next week. We'll get you an outline of that, actually, because I can promise you, you have so many clients over the years. It's easy. You can't remember everything about everyone, right? So utilizing the systems, utilizing a smart questionnaire will help you when it comes to client events, or even just sending gifts. Gifts are a big thing nowadays. You want to make sure what you're sending them is relevant to what they're interested in, right? Because that can help you with referrals down the road. Right?
I would agree 1,000% on that. No, that's very good. So we can get that to them next week, right?
Oh yeah.
We can send that out. If they want to call in, they email us, whatever, we'll get them exactly what they're looking for. And so a couple of nuggets we want to give you guys today and gals. We appreciate the opportunity to do this, and we're gonna try to hit on all cylinders. Matter of fact, if there are topics or things that you guys want to hear more about, we'd love the feedback. We're gonna continue to. This is all for you. We want to make sure that the little things matter in everybody's business, and so if we can deliver on those little things, we will do just that. Signing off for now. This is Stats Chat with Kalen and Brad.
Thank you.
Brad and Kalen do not offer investment, legal, tax, or accounting advice and are not affiliated or endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any government agency. The opinions herein may be from personal experience and may not necessarily be those of Gradient Financial Group, its employees, or affiliates. Any results, topics, or outcomes are for informational purposes only. Financial professional use